Hey friends, I have the book Ruby Finds a Worry. Have you guys ever worried about something? Let's see what Ruby's worry is about. Ruby loved being Ruby. She loved to swing up high. And she loved to explore wild, faraway places. Sometimes she even went all the way to the very bottom of the garden. Ruby was perfectly happy until one day. She discovered a worry. It wasn't a very big worry. In fact, it was so small that at first Ruby hardly noticed it. But then the worry started to grow. Each day, it got a little bigger. See how it's changing size? And over here, it's real big. It just wouldn't leave her alone. It was there at breakfast, staring at her over the cereal box. And it was still there at night when she brushed her teeth. Doesn't seem to be leaving her alone. The funny thing was that no one else could see Ruby's worry, not even our teacher. So Ruby pretended that she couldn't see it either. See, she's pushing it back behind her. She tried to carry on as if everything was normal, but it just wasn't. The worry was always there, stopping her from doing the things that she loved. Ruby wondered if the worry would ever go away. What if it didn't? What if it stayed with her forever? Ruby didn't realize it, but she was doing the worst thing you can ever do with a worry. She was worrying about it. Now the worry was enormous. Oh my gosh, look how big it is. It could barely fit in the kitchen at dinner time. It filled up half the school bus. And it took up whole rows at the movie theater. The worry became the only thing that Ruby could think about, and it seemed like she would never feel happy again. Look at her eyes, they're so sad. Then one day something unexpected happened. Ruby noticed a boy sitting alone at the park. He looked how she felt, sad. And then she noticed something else, something hovering next to him. Could it be a worry? It was. Ruby realized that she wasn't the only person with a worry after all. Other people had them too. She asked the boy what was on his mind, and he told her the strangest thing happened. His worry began to shrink. Look at that. It started to shrink. Then Ruby did the best thing you can ever do if you have a worry. She talked about it. As the words tumbled out, Ruby's worry began to shrink until it was barely there at all. Soon, both of their worries were gone. They talked about it and their worries went away. Finally, Ruby felt like herself again. Of course, that wasn't the last time she ever had a worry. Everyone gets them from time to time. But now that she knew how to get rid of them, they never hung around for long. I love this book, and I love this book because at the very beginning, you can see that the illustrator is making things really dark, kind of gloomy. And as you continue, remember the worry gets bigger and bigger, and it just keeps hanging around. It's not really going anywhere. And then as she talks about it, look. Look, it's saying it was at dinner time. And then she said the craziest thing happened. When she talked about it, look, her worry got smaller and smaller. And look how the illustrator made all the colors come out. So now she's not gloomy and sad anymore. Now we've got all kinds of different colors and the characters are happy. This is a good way to show in a story, the illustrator can show you different points of view and what they envision in their mind. So if something is dark and gloomy, it means that they're sad or worried. And then when you start to get more and more color, people are happy and less worried. I hope you liked the story, Ruby Finds a Worry.